Hello, 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 and how are you today? I hope everyone is doing superb, wonderfully terrific. And as for me, I'm doing just fine. I'm okay. Welcome to Shine Bright. Shine bright, my bright lights shine bright. My bright lights shine bright. My bright lights shine bright. Bright lights. Shine bright, my bright lights. Shine bright, my fireflies. Shine bright, my lightning bugs. And we're going to start with a little bit of stretching. And we're going to stretch up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to touch our toes for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And our last 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back up. There's nothing like a good stretch, boys and girls. And we're going to twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And we have stretched. And now we should be ready for our story time. Our story today is going to be more nursery rhymes from our book, The Original Mother Goose, based on the 1916 classics with pictures by Blanche Fisher Wright. We're going to read more nursery rhymes. Remember, this book is full of nursery rhymes, and there's no way we can get through the whole book in one sitting. So it's going to take a lot of sittings, a lot of sessions to complete this book. So each time we meet, we're going to read a little more of the nursery rhymes in the book until we have completed the book. So I'm going to pick up where we left off. Okay, let me see if I can find where we left off at. Okay, I see a picture here by Blanche Fisher Wright. It says, to market, to buy a fat pig. All right, our first nursery rhyme for today is called, If Wishes Were Horses. If wishes were horses, beggars would ride. If turnips were watches, I would wear one by my side. And if ifs and ands were pots and pans, there'd be no work for thinkers. Our next nursery rhyme is called To Market. To market, to buy a fat pig. Home again, jiggity jig. To market, to buy a fat hog. Home again, jiggity jog. To market, to buy a plum bun. Home again, market is done. Our next nursery rhyme, boys and girls, is called Old Chairs to Mend. If I'd as much money as I could spend, I never would cry, old chairs to mend, old chairs to mend, old chairs to mend. I never would cry, old chairs to mend. If I'd as much money as I could tell, I never would cry, old clothes to sell, old clothes to sell, old clothes to sell. I never would cry, old clothes to sell. Now we're going to turn the page. Oh, well, before we turn the page, I have to show you the pictures. Now we can turn the page. Okay. Our next nursery rhyme is called Robin and Richard. Robin and Richard were two pretty men. They lay in bed till the clock struck 10. Then upstairs Robin and looks at the sky. Then up starts Robin and looks at the sky. Oh, brother Richard, the sun's very high. You go before with the bottle and bag, and I will come after on little Jack Nag. Our next nursery rhyme is called A Man and a Maid. There was a little man who wooed a little maid, and he said, little maid, will you wed, wed, wed? I have little more to say, so will you, yea or nay? For least said is soonest, mended, did. The little maid replied, should I be your little bride? Pray what must we have for to eat? Eat. Will the flame that you're so rich in light a fire in the kitchen? Or the little god of love turn the spit? Our next nursery rhyme is called Here Goes My Lord. Here goes my Lord. A trot. Here goes my lady. A canter. Here goes my young master. Jockey hitch. Here goes my young miss. And amble. The footman lags behind to tipple ale and wine, and goes gallop to make up his time. Well, boys and girls, can you guess what animal goes a trot? And that very same animal that goes gallop, a gallop? You guessed it right, a horse. A horse trots and gallops. Good guess, boys and girls. Our next nursery rhyme is called The Clever Hen. I had a little hen, the prettiest ever seen. She washed me the dishes and kept the house clean. She went to the mill to fetch me some flour. She brought it home in less than an hour. She baked me my bread. She brewed me my ale. She sat by the fire and told many a fine tale. And let me show you the pictures. Okay, so here's the pictures. All right, now we're ready to turn to the next page. And there's a picture of Lucy Lockett by Blanche Fisher Wright. Okay, our next nursery rhyme, boys and girls, is called Two Birds. There were two birds sat on a stone, fa la la la, la dee. One flew away, and then there was one, fa la la la, la dee. The other bird flew after, and then there was none, fa la la la, la dee.
And so the stone was left alone. Fa la 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 dee. Our next nursery rhyme is called Leg Over Leg. Leg over leg as the dog went to Dover. When he came to a stile, jump he went over. Our next nursery rhyme is called Lucy Locket. Lucy Locket lost her pocket. Kitty Fisher found it. Nothing in it, but the binding round it. Next we have When Jenny Wren Was Young. 'Twas once upon a time when Jenny Wren was young. So daintily she danced, and so prettily she sung. Robin Redbreast lost his heart, for he was a gallant bird. So he doffed his hat to Jenny Wren, requesting to be heard. Oh, dearest Jenny Wren, if you will but be mine, you shall feed on cherry pie and drink new currant wine. I'll dress you like a goldfinch or any peacock gay. So, dearest Jen, if you'll be mine, let us appoint the day. Jenny blushed behind her fan and thus declared her mind. Since, dearest Bob, I love you well, I'll take your offer kind. Cherry pie is very nice, and so is currant wine. But I must wear my plain brown gown and never go too fine. And now we're going to look at the pictures. This nursery rhyme over here called Lucy Locket. This is the picture to Lucy Locket. Okay, we're going to turn the page, and our next nursery rhyme is Barber. Barber, barber, shave a pig. How many hairs will make a wig? 4 and 20, that's enough. Give the barber a pinch of snuff. Our next nursery rhyme is called The Flying Pig. Dickory, dickory, dare. The pig flew up in the air. The man in brown soon brought him down. Dickory, dickory, dare. Our next nursery rhyme is called Solomon Grundy. Solomon Grundy, born on a Monday, christened on Tuesday, married on Wednesday, took ill on Thursday, worse on Friday, died on Saturday, buried on Sunday. This is the end of Solomon Grundy. Our next nursery rhyme you may have heard before. It's called Hush-a-bye. Hush-a-bye, baby, on the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. When the bough breaks, the cradle will fall. Down will come baby, bough, cradle, and all. Our next nursery rhyme is called Bernie B. Bernie B, Bernie B, tell me when your wedding be. If it be tomorrow day, take your wings and fly away. Our next nursery rhyme is called Three Wise Men of Gotham. 3 wise men of Gotham went to sea in a bowl. If the bowl had been stronger, my song had been longer. Next we have the Hunter of Reigate. A man went a-hunting at Reigate and wished to leap over a high gate. Says the owner, go round with your gun and your hound, for you never shall leap over my gate. And I'm going to show you the pictures. And in the nursery rhyme that was called Three Wise Men of Gotham, and it says, if the bowl had been stronger, this is the bowl that the 3 wise men are in. The 3 Wise Men of Gotham. We are going to turn the page. And did you, before we turn the page, did you check out the baby up in the tree? That's the picture from the nursery rhyme called Hushabye. Okay, we're turning the page. And our next nursery rhyme is called Little Polly Flinders. Little Polly Flinders sat among the cinders, warming her pretty little toes. Her mother came and caught her, whipped her little daughter whipped her little daughter for spoiling her nice new clothes. Next we have Ride Away, Ride Away. Ride away, ride away, Johnny shall ride. And he shall have Pussycat tied to one side, and he shall have Little Dog tied to the other, and Johnny shall ride to see his grandmother. Our next nursery rhyme is called Piping Hill. As I was going up Piping Hill was dirty. There I met a pretty miss, and she dropped me a curtsy. Little miss, pretty miss, blessings light upon you. If I had half a crown a day, I'd spend it all upon you. Our next nursery rhyme is called Pussycat and Queen. Pussycat, pussycat, where have you been? I've been to London to look at the Queen. Pussycat, pussycat, what did you there? I frightened a little mouse under the chair. Next we have the winds. Mr. East gave a feast. Mr. North laid the cloth. Mr. West did his best. Mr. South burnt his mouth eating cold potato. Now, can you burn your mouth eating something cold, boys and girls? No. You burn your mouth when you eat something that's really, really hot. That was a silly nursery rhyme. Said Mr. South burnt his mouth eating cold potatoes. Silly. Mr. South can't burn his mouth eating cold potatoes. Oh, I have to show you the pictures. I almost forgot to show you the pictures. Okay, we're going to turn the page. And our next nursery rhyme is called Clap Handies. Clap, clap handies, mommy's wee-wee-ing. Clap, clap handies, daddy's coming hame. Hame till his bony wee bit laddie. Clap, clap handies, my wee-wee-ing. Our next nursery rhyme is called Christmas. Christmas comes but once a year, and when it comes, it brings good cheer. Our next nursery rhyme is called Elizabeth. Elizabeth, Elsbeth, Betsy, and Bess, they all went together to seek a bird's nest. They found a bird's nest with 5 eggs in. They all took one and left 4 in. Our next nursery rhyme is called Just Like Me. I went up 1 pair of stairs, just like me. I went up 2 pairs of stairs, just like me. I went into a room, just like me. I looked out of a window, just like me. And there I saw a monkey, just like me. Our next nursery rhyme is called Play Days. How many days has my baby to play? Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Our next nursery rhyme is called Hi-Ho, the Carrion Crow. A carrion crow sat on an oak. Full-dee-riddle, low-dee-riddle, high-ding-do, watching a tailor shape his cloak. Sing, hi-ho, the carrion crow, full-dee-riddle, low-dee-riddle, high-ding-do. Wife, bring me my old bent bow. full dee riddle, low dee riddle, high ding do, that I may shoot young carrion crow. Sing, hi ho, the carrion crow, full dee riddle, low dee riddle, high ding do. Our next nursery rhyme is called The Tailor He Shot and Missed His Mark. Oh, I'm sorry, boys and girls. What I'm reading is not another nursery rhyme. It's part of Hi Ho, the Carrion Crow. There was more. The tailor he shot and missed his mark. Full dee riddle, low dee riddle, high ding do. And shot his own so quiet through the heart. Sing hi ho, the carrion crow. Full dee riddle, low dee riddle, high ding do. Wife, bring brandy in a spoon. Full dee riddle, low dee riddle, high ding do. For our old so is in a swoon. Sing hi ho, the carrion crow. Full dee riddle, low dee riddle, high ding do. And these are the pictures. Okay, our next nursery rhyme is called ABC. Great A, little A, bouncing B. The cat's in the cupboard and can't see me. Our next nursery rhyme is called A Needle and Thread. Old Mother Twitchit had but one eye and a long tail which she let fly, and every time she went through a gap, a bit of her tail she left in a trap. Our next nursery rhyme is called Banbury Cross. Ride a cock horse to Banbury Cross to see an old lady upon a white horse. Rings on her fingers and bells on her toes. She shall have music wherever she goes. The man in our town is our next nursery rhyme. There was a man in our town, and he was wondrous wise. He jumped into a bramble bush and scratched out both his eyes. But when he saw his eyes were out, with all his might and main, he jumped into another bush and scratched them in again. We have a picture here called Ride a Cock Horse to Banbury Cross. And our pictures. Okay. We're turning the page. And our next nursery rhyme is called Georgie Porgy. Boys and girls, you might have heard this one before. Georgie Porgy, pudding and pie, kissed the girls and made them cry. When the boys came out to play, Georgie Porgy ran away. Our next nursery rhyme is called For Every Evil. For every evil under the sun, there is a remedy, or there is none. If there be one, seek till you find it. If there be none, never mind it. Next we have Cushy Cow. Cushy cow, bony, let down thy milk, and I will give thee a gown of silk. A gown of silk and a silver tea, if thou wilt let down thy milk to me. Next we have Wee Willie Winkie. Wee Willie Winkie runs through the town, upstairs and downstairs in his nightgown, rapping at the window, crying through the lock. Are the children in their beds? Now it's 8 o'clock. About the bush, Willie, about the beehive. About the bush, Willie, I'll meet thee alive. Then to my 10 shillings, add you but a groat. I'll go to Newcastle and buy a new coat. 5 and 5 shillings, 5 and a crown, 5 and 5 shillings will buy a new gown. 5 and 5 shillings, 5 and a groat, 5 and 5 shillings will buy a new coat. And the pictures. And we are turning the page. And we have a picture here by Blanche Fisher-Wright. And our next nursery rhyme is called Simple Simon. Simple Simon met a pieman going to the fair. Says Simple Simon to the pieman, "Let me taste your ware." Says the pieman to Simple Simon, "Show me first your penny." Says Simple Simon to the pieman, "Indeed I have not any." Simple Simon went a fishing for to catch a whale. All the water he could find was in his mother's pail. Simple Simon went to look if plums grew on a thistle. He pricked his fingers very much, which made poor Simon whistle. He went to catch a dicky bird and thought he could not fail because he had a little salt to put under its tail. He went for water with a sieve, but soon it ran all through. And now poor Simple Simon bids you all adieu. 3 blind mice, 3 blind mice, see how they run. They all ran after the farmer's wife, who cut off their tails with a carving knife. Did you ever see such a thing in your life as 3 blind mice? Boys and girls, you may have heard that nursery rhyme before, 3 blind mice. Next nursery rhyme is called 5 toes. And you may have heard this one before too. This little pig went to market. This little pig stayed at home. This little pig had roast beef. This little pig had none. This little pig said, "Wee, wee, I can't find my way home." And I'm going to show you the pictures. Okay. And we're going to turn the page. And our next nursery rhyme is called A Little Man. There was a little man, and he had a little gun, and his bullets were made of lead, lead, lead. He went to the brook and saw a little duck, and shot it right through the head. He carried it home to his old wife Joan, and bade her a fire to make, to roast the little duck he had shot in the brook. And he'd go and fetch the drake. The drake was a swimming with his curly tail. The little man made his mark. He let off his gun, but he fired too soon, and the drake flew away with a quack, quack, quack. Now, boys and girls, since that nursery rhyme was about a gun, we are going to talk about gun safety. Boys and girls, we are never, ever, ever to play with guns. They are very, very dangerous. And they can hurt someone very, very badly. And so if you see a gun, we do not touch it. We do not touch guns. We do not play with BB guns because they look like real guns. And the police may mistake it for a real gun. And we don't want that to happen. So when we are playing with guns, That is not how our light shine bright. Our light shine bright by being obedient and never ever touch a gun, because we must remain safe. So boys and girls, no playing with guns. Thank you. Our next nursery rhyme is called Dr. Foster. Dr. Foster went to Gloucester in a shower of rain. He stepped in a puddle up to his middle and never went there again. Our next nursery rhyme is called Diddle Diddle Dumpling. Diddle Diddle Dumpling, my son John went to bed with his breeches on, one stocking off and one stocking on. Diddle Diddle Dumpling, my son John. Now they're calling his stockings his socks. His socks they are calling stockings. Our next nursery rhyme is called Jerry Hall. Jerry Hall, he was so small, a rat could eat him, hat and all. Next we have lengthening days. As the days grow longer, the storms grow stronger. And let's look at our pictures. And you see Johnny's sock that they call a stocking. Okay. Well, John, not Johnny, John. John is in the bed with one sock off and one sock on. But they call his socks, in this nursery rhyme, they call his socks stocking. Okay, we're turning the page. And I see a picture here. Curly locks, wilt thou be mine? Our next nursery rhyme is called The Black Hen. Hickety pickety, my black hen. She lays eggs for gentlemen. Gentlemen come every day to see what my black hen doth lay. Next we have the mist. A hill full, a hole full, yet you cannot catch a bowl full. Next we have a candle. Little Nancy Etticoat in a white petticoat and a red nose. The longer she stands, the shorter she grows. That was a candle. Next we have Miss Muffet. You may have heard Miss Muffet before. Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating of curds and wee. There came a big spider and sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away. Our next nursery rhyme, boys and girls, is called Curly Locks. Curly locks, wilt thou be mine? Thou shalt not wash the dishes, nor yet feed the swine, but sit on a cushion and sew a fine seam and feed upon strawberries, sugar, and cream. And I almost turned the page without showing you the pictures. Okay, now we can turn the page. And our next nursery rhyme, boys and girls, I'm sure you've heard of this one before. It's called Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men cannot put Humpty Dumpty together again. Next nursery rhyme is called 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But I'll let it go again. Why did you let it go? Because it bit my finger so. Which finger did it bite? The little one upon the right. Our next nursery rhyme is called The Dove and the Wren. The dove says, cuckoo, what shall I do? I can grace maintain too. I can scarce maintain two. Pooh, pooh, says the wren, I've got 10, and keep them all like gentlemen. Next nursery rhyme is called Master I Have. Master I have, and I am his man. Gallop a dreary dun. Master I have, and I am his man, and I'll get a wife as fast as I can. With a highty, gaily, gamberly, higgly, pigledy, niggledy, niggledy, gallop a dreary dun. Higgledy, pigledy, niggledy, niggledy, gallop a dreary dun. Our next nursery rhyme is called Pins. See a pin and pick it up. All the day you'll have good luck. See a pin and let it lay. Bad luck you'll have all the day. Our next nursery rhyme is called Shall We Go A-Shearing? Old woman, shall we go a-shearing? Speak a little louder, sir, I am very thick of hearing. Old woman, shall I kiss you dearly? Thank you, kind sir, I hear you very clearly. And these are the pictures. Humpty Dumpty, who sat on a wall, and the rest of the pictures. Okay, boys and girls, that's where we're going to stop for today. I hope you enjoyed our nursery rhymes today. And I thank you for spending this time with me today as we read more of the original Mother Goose. And as we close, I must sing, remember to eat your veggies. Remember to eat some fruit. Remember to drink some water too. And remember to brush your teeth. Brush 'em really good for at least 3 minutes long. Until we meet again. See you later, lightning bugs. See you later, fireflies. Oh, I just remembered. It's getting closer to Halloween. Are you boys and girls getting very excited? Do you have your costume? Remember when you go trick-or-treating to wear your mask. And remember, do not eat any candy until your mommy and daddy have checked your candy and make sure your candy is safe for you to eat. I can't wait to see all of your Halloween costumes. And that's all for today, boys and girls. I'll see you later, my lightning bugs. See you later, my fireflies. And remember, bright lights, shine bright. Bright lights, shine bright. Shine bright, my bright lights. Shine bright.